Tennis, a game that transcends the boundaries of age, geography, and culture. It's a sport that captivates millions, from the smallest local clubs to the grandest stadiums around the globe. The beauty of tennis lies in its simplicity, yet its depth and intricacy are what make it a game for the ages. Everywhere you turn, from the sun-kissed courts of Australia to the manicured lawns of Wimbledon, you'll find people of all walks of life united by their love for this timeless sport. The world of tennis is a vibrant tapestry of skill, strategy, and sheer human spirit. It's a sport that has given us icons, legends, who've left an indelible mark on the annals of sports history. It's seen intense rivalries, record-shattering performances, and moments that have moved us to tears of joy and sorrow. Indeed, tennis is more than just a game. It's a global phenomenon. Our journey begins in the 12th century France, where the earliest form of tennis took root. Imagine the scene: cobblestone streets, medieval buildings, and a fervor for a new game called jeu de paume, or game of the palm. This game, played with the palm of the hand, was the precursor to the tennis we know today. Jeu de paume was incredibly popular, with courts popping up all over France. It even attracted the attention of royalty, with kings like Louis the Inx and Charles V known to have been avid players. But it wasn't until the 16th century that the game started to resemble modern tennis, with the introduction of rackets. These early rackets, crafted from wood and strung with sheepgut, were a far cry from the lightweight high-tech equipment we see today. The game continued to evolve, and by the 19th century, it had morphed into what we now know as lawn tennis. This version of the game was played outdoors on grass courts, much like the prestigious Wimbledon tournament. The new outdoor setting necessitated changes in equipment and attire. Players swapped their heavy wooden rackets for lighter versions, and the long, restrictive clothing of the past was replaced with more practical sportswear. The transformation of tennis didn't stop there. The 20th century brought even more changes, including the introduction of synthetic rackets and the shift from white to yellow tennis balls for better visibility. The attire also continued to evolve, reflecting changing fashion trends and the increasing athleticism of the game. But through all these changes, one thing has remained constant: the love for this game. From the cobblestone streets of medieval France to the lush greens of Wimbledon, tennis has traversed a long and fascinating path. It has adapted and evolved, reflecting the changing times and tastes, but at its heart, it is still the game of skill, strategy, and endurance that captivated the people of 12th century France. And that, my friends, is the true beauty of tennis. The beauty of tennis lies in its simplicity and intricacy. On the surface, the game is about hitting a ball over a net into your opponent's court. But delve deeper and you'll find a fascinating world of strategy and skill. The court is divided into two halves, each with a baseline, service boxes, and a net in the middle. A match begins with a serve from behind the baseline, aimed at the diagonal service box. If the ball lands within, play begins. The scoring system, though unique, is easy to follow, starting at love, then 15, 30, and 40. If both players reach 40, it's called deuce, and the game continues until one player leads by 2 points. As for shots, there's the serve, forehand, backhand, volley, and the tricky drop shot, each with its own strategic use, depending on your position, your opponent's position, and the ball's speed and spin. With every serve and return, the game of tennis unfolds like a thrilling narrative. As the world advanced, so did the game of tennis. It's fascinating to see how technology has shaped the sport we know and love today. Once upon a time, tennis rackets were made of wood, heavy and difficult to maneuver. But with the rise of new materials like graphite and carbon composites, rackets became lighter, stronger, and more powerful. This shift not only changed the game physically, but strategically as well. Players could now serve faster, hit harder, and reach balls they could never have reached before. And let's not forget the evolution of court surfaces. From the grass courts of old to the hard and clay courts of today, each surface presents its own unique challenges and requires a different style of play. The advent of artificial surfaces has also allowed for more consistent and predictable bounce, further changing player strategies. From wooden rackets to carbon composites, the game's evolution mirrors our own technological progress. Tennis is a stage where legends are born. The grandeur of the sport is best exemplified in the 4 Grand Slam tournaments: Wimbledon, the US Open, the French Open, and the Australian Open. These are the arenas where the most exhilarating battles of skill, endurance, and mental toughness take place. Wimbledon, the oldest tennis tournament in the world, is steeped in tradition. From its pristine grass courts to the all-white dress code, it's a beacon of tennis history. The US Open, on the other hand, is known for its electric atmosphere and hard court battles. Then there's the French Open, the only Grand Slam played on clay. It's a test of patience and stamina, where the slow surface leads to long, grueling rallies. The Australian Open, often called the Happy Slam, is famous for its high temperatures and friendly atmosphere. Now, let's turn our spotlight to the legendary players who have graced these tournaments. We start with Billie Jean King, a champion for women's equality in sports, who won a total of 39 Grand Slam titles. Then there's Rod Laver, the only player in history to achieve a calendar Grand Slam twice, a feat still unmatched. In the modern era, we've seen rivalries that have taken the sport to new heights. Martina Navratilova and Chris Evert's contrasting styles led to epic showdowns. Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi's duels are etched in tennis folklore. More recently, the titanic battles between Serena Williams and Venus Williams, and the epic encounters of Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic have captivated audiences worldwide. Each of these players, with their unique styles and remarkable resilience, have left an indelible mark on the sport. Their victories, their losses, their struggles and triumphs have been a testament to the human spirit. These tournaments and players have etched unforgettable moments in the annals of tennis history. In the modern era, tennis continues to captivate and inspire. The game has evolved, with players showcasing styles that reflect their unique combination of strategy, agility, and power. Today's top tennis stars are a diverse group, hailing from all corners of the globe, each bringing their distinct flair to the sport. Consider the precision of Japan's Kei Nishikori or the raw power of Germany's Alexander Zverev. The elegance of Spain's Garbine Muguruza contrasts beautifully with the relentless focus of Australia's Ashley Barty. This wealth of styles is a testament to the dynamic nature of the sport, allowing for a multitude of strategies and techniques. Modern training methods have played a significant role in shaping today's tennis landscape. Players now have access to a wealth of knowledge and resources, from cutting-edge fitness regimens to nutritional science, and everything in between. This has resulted in athletes who are fitter, faster, and more resilient than ever before. Sports science has also made a significant impact. Biomechanics helps players optimize their technique, while sports psychologists work on mental toughness. This fusion of physical and mental preparation has redefined the limits of what is possible on the tennis court. Today, the tennis world is more international than ever. The rise of players from countries with no previous tennis tradition is a new trend. Countries like Greece, with Stefanos Tsitsipas, or Canada, with Bianca Andreescu, are now producing top-tier talent, breaking the traditional dominance of the sport by a select few nations. This global spread has not only diversified the pool of talent, but has also expanded the sport's fan base. Tennis has truly become a universal language, uniting people across cultures and continents. Today, tennis is a testament to human endurance, skill, and spirit. The game continues to evolve, shaped by the passion of its players and the enthusiasm of its fans. It is more than just a sport. It's a global community that celebrates human potential through the simple act of striking a ball across a net. From a medieval pastime to a global sport, The journey of tennis is truly remarkable. Born in the cloisters of 12th century France, it has evolved through the centuries, adapting to changes in technology, culture, and style. From wooden rackets and hand-stitched balls to carbon composite rackets and neon yellow balls, the game has transformed yet remained true to its essence. Through the years, tennis has been a stage for legendary rivalries, breathtaking matches, and inspirational moments that echo beyond the confines of the court. The great tournaments, with their unique traditions and atmospheres, have become global events, watched and celebrated by millions. Yet, at its heart, tennis is still a simple game, a dialogue of shots and strategies between two players. It's a sport that has transcended borders, bridging gaps between nations and cultures. Tennis is more than a game. It's a language that unites people across the world, a testament to our shared love for sport and competition.